With its sun-splashed facades, palm-lined boulevards, and a sea so intensely blue it inspired an entire art movement, Nice embodies the Riviera dream at street level. Italian by ancestry, French by decree, and forever international at heart, the city invites you to linger over café crème in hidden squares, climb hills perfumed by pine and jasmine, and trace the brushstrokes of modern masters who found their muse in Mediterranean light. The following 8 places reveal how Nice choreographs color, history, and laissez-faire rhythm into a living canvas that rewards slow exploration. 1. Promenade des Anglais. Begin where land meets the Baie des Anges in a 7-kilometer ribbon of palm-shaded bliss. The Promenade des Anglais was laid in the 1820s by English winter residents, but today every accent under the sun drifts above its blue and white chairs. Joggers pace past sunbathers on signature pebble beaches, rollerbladers glide beneath Belle Epoque hotels, and parasols pop like confetti against the turquoise sea. Pause near the Art Deco Palais de la Méditerranée, order a citron pressé at a seaside kiosk, and watch the horizon fade into opal as the sun sets behind Cap d'Antibes. 2. Vieux Nice and Cours Saleya Market. Slip under the arcaded entrance to Old Nice, and the promenade's wide sky narrows into a maze of ochre alleys. Laundry flutters overhead, basil scents escape open windows, and church bells toll above pastel shutters. By morning, Cours Saleya blooms into a flower and produce market. Pyramids of vine tomatoes, towers of lavender, and pyramids of candied fruit from Provence. Sample socca, chickpea crepe crispy at the edges and soft within, while buskers play. Accordion. Return after dusk, when the same stalls give way to candlelit bistros, and the salt tang of Ancoyade pears with chilled rosé beneath fairy-lit plane trees. 3. Colline du Château, Castle Hill. Although Louis XIV's troops razed the medieval fortress in 1706, its promontory remains the best balcony in Nice. Climb the serpentine stairway behind Old Town, or ride the public lift to emerge amid pine groves and waterfall mist. Below, terracotta roofs cascade toward the port on one side, and the promenade, on the other, the city curving like an amphitheater around its glittering bay. Bring a baguette and olives for a picnic near the ancient cemetery, where marble angels gaze forever at the sea that made this hill worth defending, and now admiring. 4. Place Masséna and Promenade du Paillon. Nice's grand stage opens, where scarlet-faced arcades flank a checkerboard square. Trams glide past modern sculptures by Jaume Plensa, luminous human figures perched on poles, glowing spectral hues after dark. Cross into the Promenade du Paillon, a mile-long green corridor planted with bamboo groves and citrus trees. Its mirrored fountain spraying children who dart between plumes like startled sparrows. Musicians strum gypsy jazz beneath pergolas, and locals recline on curved wooden loungers, proving La Dolce Vita thrives as much in public gardens as on private yachts. 5. Musée Matisse in Simiez. High on Simiez Hill, where ancient Romans once bathed, stands an apricot-colored Genoese villa housing the life's work of Henri Matisse. The painter moved to Nice in 1917 for its fresh air and luminous clarity, capturing sun-dappled interiors and cerulean seas through cutouts, sculptures, and vibrant canvases. Wander airy rooms draped in lime, vermilion, and ultramarine. Then step outside to olive groves where elderly men tap bowls across dusty pétanque courts. A short stroll away, peer into the rosy stone cloister of the Monastère de Simier, fragrant with climbing roses and timeless silence. 6. Port Lympia and Montboron. Pastel apartment blocks, rose, pistachio, lemon. Encircle a harbor filled with wooden fishing boats that bob beside super yachts. Order salade niçoise in a quayside cafe, then hike the wooded path up Montboron, a hill fragrant with pine needles and wild thyme. Halfway, Fort du Mont Alban offers panoramic views from Monaco's cliffs to the Esterel's volcanic ridges. The trail dips toward Cap de Nice, where waves crash against honeycomb rocks and locals sunbathe on flat stone ledges, their laughter mingling with gull cries and the distant chime of sail rigging. 7. Musée National, Marc Chagall. Conceived by the artist himself, this sanctuary showcases the world's largest public collection of Chagall's biblical works. Vast canvases where cerulean goats leap over crimson villages and lovers float skyward beneath emerald moons. Natural light filters through stained glass windows, the artist designed in sapphire and gold, casting a celestial glow upon mosaic floors. In the garden, citrus trees shade a reflecting pool that mirrors the same Mediterranean hues Chagall chased from Vitebsk to Jerusalem, finally finding equilibrium in Nice's forgiving light. 8. Cap Ferrat, Coastal Path, Sentier du Littoral. Technically, beyond Nice's city limits, yet reachable by a 20-minute bus ride, this footpath encircles the rocky promontory of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat like a silver chain. Begin at Passable Beach, where umbrella pines frame a yacht-speckled bay, then follow limestone steps skimming translucent coves. Each bend reveals fresh drama, parasol pines clinging to cliffs, sea anemones waving in tidal pools, the Moorish domes of Villa Efroussi flashing pink behind umbrella palms. End at the lighthouse, its terrace an eagle's nest where you can gaze back along the Côte d'Azur. A panorama so vivid you half expect Matisse himself to appear. Sketchbook in hand. Nice's alchemy lies in how effortlessly it marries seaside languor with urban sophistication. You can devour a €20 pan bagnat on the Pebble Beach, towel still damp, and 20 minutes later sip chilled champagne beneath Belle Epoque chandeliers. Each of these 8 wonders captures a facet of that kaleidoscope: market chatter and museum hush, clifftop pine and alleyway basil, sunset lavender and midnight neon. Linger long enough, and you will discover that Nice is more than a destination. It is a mood, a palette, and a promise that beauty thrives where sea light meets human imagination.